Before we get this show on the road, I would like to announce that I'm now part of the 12th Man. It's a website which involves creators that support football teams in Scotland to collaborate, and we'll all be contributing content towards whatever club page we support. So for example, I support Motherwell. I'll be writing articles and posting content onto the website on the Motherwell webpage. So anyway, I hope you enjoy whatever I've got to bring, and hopefully there's going to be a lot to just entertain you with over the coming season. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get into today's video. Hey guys, Goggsy here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today it is that time of the year where I post to you my predictions for the Scottish Premiership table for the forthcoming season. It has slowly crept up on me. I had so many ideas to do in the off season and the close season, but I just didn't have the motivation at the time. But now football's back this weekend. The actual real stuff. None of your English Premiership Ponzi nonsense in which you've got fake crowd noises. No, that's just not. It's just not how it works. But Scottish football's back, and it's back with a bang. We've got some really tasty fixtures for the opening day. Now, before we get any further in this video today, I have started my own fantasy football league, and the link's in the description, and it's on the screen right now, and you'll also see what my team looks like. And yeah, join the League of Lads. You know how it is. You've probably seen several other YouTubers post about this. So the way I'm going to work it is, it's basically the same as Ryan118 and CJ Novo did. It's going to be a 12-1 up the way, and today I'm going to say the team that I think is going to get relegated straight down to the Championship is St Johnstone. Now, St Johnstone are a very funny team, and they've always worked well under Tommy Wright, but Tommy Wright, of course, left, and they've had that familiarity, the sort of father figure of St Johnstone in Tommy Wright, and he's sort of just kept the team going and never spending any money. They've always managed to do well, and I think now that Tommy Wright has gone, left the nest, and Callum Davidson has come in, the old left back who played for St Johnstone, and I think in this transitional period for St Johnstone, Callum Davidson, a rookie manager, is not the right appointment. But you could ask, who else would go for the St Johnstone job? Because you don't know what to expect from them. Maybe the club was just having to make wage cuts and just have to settle for someone who's completely inexperienced in the terms of a manager. So I've gone with St Johnstone. I just think, well, when they've been struggling under Tommy Wright, they've always found an answer to the sort of critics. But I don't know if this will have the same effect with Callum Davidson at the helm. So in 12th, I've gone for St Johnstone. And also, it would be a great thing to not have to go to McDiarmid Park for the season. In at 11th, I've gone for our Lanarkshire rivals, Hamilton Accies. Now, Hamilton Accies and relegation is a worse love story than Twilight. We all know they're always tipped to go down. They're always going to be at that bottom half of the table. But they never go down. They're like a cockroach in a massive explosion. They're never going to die. They are always going to be there. If you try and squash them, they'll pop back up again. And it is the most annoying thing. But we'll have Accies in 11th. Of course, they were really struggling for a squad a couple of weeks ago. They have managed to get a couple of players in. They've also got Stephen O'Donnell on trial there at the moment after he left Kilmarnock to try and get a move to the Sky Bet Championship. But how's that worked out for him? The loss of Mikael Miller to Rotherham will be quite impactful, I think. And I think it's up to big Marius Ogrenpo to lead the line this season yet again, and maybe get a few more goals, because he didn't score too many goals last time, but when he did score, they were vital, and he's just an absolute menace to weak defenders. But yeah, we've got Hamilton Accies in 11th. 10th place, I'm going to go for Ross County. Now, I don't see that they've really made any improvements, but I don't think they've lost too much either in terms of the way of the squad players. But last season, they started really well. I mean, they were going for it, and they were in the top 6 for quite some time. But after the sort of winter break, they sort of deteriorated, and they've been on their way down. They were almost in free fall, and they did need a couple of big results to sort of save them from completely dismantling themselves as a club on the pitch. And I mean, they could have been in the playoffs had it not been for their early form at the start of the season. So I've gone for Ross County in 10th. 9th place sees St Mirren take my 9th spot. They've signed a couple of good players. I'm pretty sure they had Christy Manzinga on trial, and they've also signed Richard Tate, and they've also tried to get Mark O'Hara off our hands as well. However, that's enough about them. Well, this is their slot. But yeah, so I'm not really too sure about St Mirren, so I'm not going to be so bold and say, oh, they're going to get relegated. They'll definitely be relying on Big John Obika again this season. However, they did lose quite a lot of players, so they're definitely not, in my opinion, going to be chasing the top 6. But they'll be safe. I reckon they'll be good enough to stay up. So St Mirren are in 9th for me. In 8th, we've got Kilmarnock. Now, Kilmarnock again, last season, obviously, a bit hungover from the heights that they were taken to by Steve Clarke in the season and a half he was at the club. But really, the thing is, Kilmarnock also are one of these teams that lost a lot of players in the transfer window, or sort of due to the COVID cutbacks. I don't think Kilmarnock will be as bad as a couple of the other teams in the league, but they will still be a bit short at the start anyway. And well, they've got till October to sort of strengthen their squad anyway. They did beat Motherwell in a closed doors bounce game in a wee friendly sort of thing, but I don't see them being relegation fodder, but I also don't see them being top 6, so I'm going to put them in 8th spot. In 7th place, we've got Dundee United, the new boys. You know the bounce some teams get when they get promoted, and that carries on into the next season, like we had with when the first time Ross County came up. Of course, Rangers came up, Livingston came up. They've all been successfully in the top 6 in the following season. I just think Dundee United are one of those teams that win their tails up. Like, they can beat anyone. And of course, good friend Louis Apare is at the club, and I'm always hoping for him to have some success in the park, as long as it's not against Motherwell. I think they'll just miss out on the top 6, but I think as their first season back up, I think Dundee United will be happy with sort of top of the bottom half, and build on that for the following campaign. Top 6 now. This is where it gets interesting, because we've got quite a lot of variations. I've seen a lot of people predict these 6 teams being in the top 6, but it's always been in a sort of different order. So I'm going to be completely left field here and say Aberdeen are going to be 6th this season. Now, I've only just found out that Sam Cosgrove is going to be out for 4 months, the first 4 months of the season, so Curtis Main will be leading the line. Now, if Curtis Main can carry on the form that he had in the latter stages of last season, then I'll be proven wrong. But I reckon without Sam Cosgrove, their main striker, Aberdeen will be a different breed for the first 3 months anyway, and they will struggle unless they can find a replacement. Because the thing is, with Aberdeen, if you stop their main striker from playing, then they are completely useless in front of goal. Also, with their lack of proper recruitment in the transfer window, pretty much because they've lost a lot of money, I just don't think Aberdeen have that much to actually splash out and properly improve the current squad they have. So with the squad they've got, and Derek McInnes still in charge, I reckon 6th place is probably an accurate representation of how I feel Aberdeen will do next season. Now in 5th place, I'm going to go with the team that also finished 5th last season in Livingston. Now Livy are always a very difficult team to play against. I mean, their home form alone will be one of the best in the league, because it usually is. I mean, never back against Livy when they play on that AstroTurf at Almondvale. But their away form is always questionable. But with a striker in Lyndon Dykes leading the line, Marvin Bartley in the centre mid, they've got some really talented players. So I think it's only right to predict Livingston will have such a high finish again this season. In 4th place, I have gone with, wait for it, is it going to be Motherwell? Is it going to be Hibs? Is it going to be Rangers? Is it going to be Celtic? No, it's going to be Hibs. In 4th place, they have my backing to finish 4th. With the business they have conducted over the last few weeks, I mean, it's only right that they are so high up in the league. I mean, Kevin Nisbet signing for them from Dunfermline, he has an absolutely impeccable goal scoring record over the last couple of seasons for Wraith Rovers and Dunfermline. Also, with the signing of Alex Goggsy, I mean, of course, he played for Hamilton last year. He was the backbone of that Accies team. He was one of the reasons why Accies are still in the top flight. And they also signed Dre Wright from St Johnstone, who's also a decent player on his day. There is some sort of thing going on with Canberra I'm not too sure about, so Hibs fans, let me know in the comments what is happening with Flo Canberra. Is he going to be a Hibs player next season? That is the question. But under Jack Ross, it's a sort of match made in heaven between Ross and Hibs, and the fact that they are doing so well, it's because of his work rate and how well he's got the team playing since he's come back into the Scottish game. But Hibs have my 4th place on my prediction list. In at 3rd, we are going with Motherwell. Are you even surprised? I mean, if you clicked on this video expecting me not to put Motherwell this high up, I just don't know what to say. My reason being, for Motherwell being 3rd in the league, well, we've been tipped to do so well this season by many media personalities alike. But in my opinion, we have been the most sufficient, the most busy. We've probably had the best transfer window than anyone else in the league. I mean, yeah, you could say, oh, Celtic and Rangers have signed these players and that players and that and this and that, and that. They've spent all this money. Whereas Motherwell, we've been shrewd in terms of spending. I mean, I think we've only spent money on one player, which was Mark O'Hara. But with the squad we've got and the players we've got for free, even better. Ricky Lamy, Nathan McGinley, Jordan White, Callum Lang, who signed today, on the day of recording this is Wednesday. We've got Chris Long on a renewed deal, Tony Watt on a renewed deal. There's Scott Fox, another number 1 goalkeeper Motherwell have signed. He may not have had the best of times at Partick Thistle, but he'll be a second choice goalkeeper, but he'll be ready to come in for Trevor Carson whenever called upon. And of course, with Robbo at the helm, it's a match made in heaven. I say that too much, but yes, I think Motherwell will finish 3rd in the league, and hopefully you can agree with me. But yes, Motherwell will finish 3rd in the league next season. That is my opinion. God, I'm going to look a right fanny if we get relegated. Now for the part that most of my supporters on the channel will be here for. Who will finish top of the league? Will it be Rangers? Will it be Celtic? Well, in 2nd, I'm going to put Rangers. Now, the reason being, Rangers won the first cup of the season, which was a pre-season cup, and it was a pretty exclusive event. But I think Rangers will be a better team than they were last season. But I reckon they'll still think they've won the league by Christmas, and Celtic will just... Celtic have the quality to go and do the business against the lesser teams, whereas Rangers always drop stupid points. That is the difference between Celtic and Rangers. And that is all I've got to say on the matter, because I don't look too in depth into Celtic. That's Ryan 118's job. And I don't look too in depth into Rangers because that's CJ Novo 992's job. Both the YouTubers I have just mentioned have done their own predictions, so if you want to go check that out, that'd be great. Help a few of my mates out, and yeah. Anyway, guys, the whole Premiership table is on the screen now. Anyway, guys, the whole Premiership table of what I've predicted is on the screen now. If you've got any objections or anything else, well, it's my opinion, it's my channel, I'll say what I like. But what are your predictions? That is the question to the subscribers. Who's getting relegated? Who's winning the title? Will Motherwell break their 89-year duck and win the title? Oh, that would honestly be amazing. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like down below if you want more of this snazzy content. Subscribe if you're new. I'm Goggsy89. I bet you wish you were. And I'll see you. Oh wait. Announcement time. Oh, announcement time. Right, so this weekend we are going to be bringing Matchday Live back on Saturday for the Rangers Aberdeen game, which is taking place at Pittodrie, so I should be reversing the names. Anyway, and after that we'll be having a 15-minute break, and then we'll be diving into a whole new series in which we're going to be doing an alternative commentary for the 3 PM kickoffs. We'll be doing this throughout the time that the games are behind closed doors, and we'll pretty much be doing that for when like European games are on, or when Scotland are playing abroad and we can't afford to actually go, or we're still not allowed to go to the games. And we'll be doing that for live matches throughout this season. And yeah, it also gets me a lot of good views. So anyway, that's that. And I'll see you on the next video, or I'll see you on Saturday for Aberdeen against Rangers live. And we'll be doing it live in the studio. And yeah, we'll see you later, guys. Take care.